Okay, hi everyone. My name is Kenyona for those of you who do not know me. I'm an upcoming author. Sorry. I thought I would do a video for anybody who wants to watch. Feel free to watch it. I can't stop you. About a day in the life of my life at home in New York in the cold weather. I'm in my room. My room is like my sanctuary. So this is where literally everything goes down. And I'm going to be talking about my new project that I'm working on. It's called Chains of Bondage. And I'm not sure if I want to tell you guys what it's about because it's a little too early for that. And I don't want anyone to steal my idea. But I do know that there are great and even greater things to come as far as this particular project, because I would like to do like a play, find actors or something, actors, people who dance, sing, everything, and pay them and see if we could get something together after this book is done and it's published, like in Barnes and Nobles, because my first title is going to be published summer of 2013. So I'm already excited about that. But I specifically wanted to do like my own play for this new project that I'm working on, because there's a lot that's going on. It's not your everyday like typical average fiction book. It's more of it's a Christian it's a Christian book. I'm not gonna say kind of, it's a Christian book. And it would probably be categorized as fiction, most likely, but it's not going to be a boring Christian book, I promise you. Like, when I write, though, I keep it original and I keep it interesting, so that there's like no doubt about that. And you can ask anyone. I don't bore you to death. I don't do that because I'm not a boring person, from what I'm told. So anyway, I want to show you a few things, tools that I'll be using, and just a few things. This is a bracelet I bought a little over a few years ago, and at the time I was kind of Jesus must have really been on my mind, like really heavy when I got this made, because I'm a cheap person, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, you know, when you have money, and say if you see this pen in the store and it can cost like 99 cents, and let's say you have like $100 or more than that, and you're just like 99 cents, like you don't want to lower the price to like 50 cents or 65 cents. I'm like that. That's bad, but hopefully it gets better, you know, as time goes on. But this was customized and made. I had to do it like online, and then they like shipped it in and everything. And it says Kenyona, and then the bottom it says Jesus Christ. I don't know if you could, like, you can see it. And then it has like the purple, I'm sorry, like little stones and stuff, and the heart. So my wrist is small, so it fits though. Anyway, I don't want to waste money, so I'll probably start carrying it around so that it doesn't become a waste of money. And it'll just be like my good luck charm, even though I don't believe in luck because I have faith. But I'm not going to preach to you. This is another tool that I am using. Yes, I know you're like, does that really say the Bible? Like, yeah, I'm using the Bible. The Bible is it's not a boring book. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be very frank with you. maybe it's just boring because you don't understand it. There's certain stuff that you may not be able to comprehend on a certain level, like it's too advanced for your mind, or you're just not trying to understand it, period. Like you don't put patience and time into it. I've been putting patience and time into it for years, so maybe that's why it's not a problem for me. But I know today I have to read the Book of Solomon, which is about love letters and parents, you know, wives and husbands. My book, there's going to be a lot in my book, so the Bible is required for it, and yes, Jesus is a main character. That's why I would like to do a play or something of my own for it. I promise you, like, it'll be worth the read. It's not going to be like one of them books where you go into Barnes and Nobles and then you pick it up and you're like, yeah. And you're just sitting there dumb. Like, what is that? One of them boring books. Because I have done that before, I'm not going to lie. This is another too. This is like my portfolio and my research, everything, like. And I love these little things. I got this from Staples, but that doesn't even matter. Like, whatever. This is extra paper in case I need to take notes, and I always need to take notes. Like, that's no lie. This has to do with, like, the characters and everything. I typed it up while I was at work. And I have everything that I need. That says scriptures with like numbers, because they're gonna be, wow. I'm sorry, I just thought about it. The paper that I needed that had the scriptures and everything on it, I threw it away. Oh my gosh. So that means I have to go all over Romans, Malachi, Ezekiel. It's fine. I'll do it. It don't matter. And here is, if I do decide to make this a play and like tour it in Florida or something, and I find actors or whatever, this is gonna be paid though. I wish to see my dream come alive even more. I'm gonna show you another tool. Hold on. And this, you are probably wondering, like, this girl probably got everything, you know, in the book. But if you actually kind of think about it, I don't need to redo scriptures, because these are all scripture cards. The majority of them I've memorized. This is another one. I separated it. Like, the ones that I really like, they're here. And then everything else is just over there. And ones that kind of relate to my situation or my main character, that's here. So there's like 3 and one thick one over there. And then this is all, see, because I was supposed to spend like a month in Florida, so I needed to prepare myself, like everything that I needed, and a lot of focus. So I was gonna hide out. These are questions that I made. These are like really deep questions that make you think. And if you want, I'll be nice and I'll answer. There's 40 questions though. I'll answer a few of them for you, honestly, because everybody else answered their questions except for me, and that wouldn't be right. And this is just like notes from everybody else who is a main character in the book that that participated in the, well, they had no choice but to participate in the questionnaire. Like, I'm not gonna put the paper too close because there's like personal stuff on there and I don't want to give that away because that would be very untrusting of me and not loyal. Here's just my stuff. I kind of just wrote on the paper. See, the paper's kind of messed up. This is why I like to type rather than write, but it's cool. I have like really neat handwriting. And this is not important. Well, it is, but it's not. It's just synopsis for my other book that's gonna be published after the first one. So I had to make sure that was done. It's like 3 pages. Okay, so I'm going to find 5 questions and I'm gonna answer them. And I don't know. Okay, question number 4. I'm gonna answer question number 4. Remember, these questions are not off of Google. No. When I make questions, I sit down and I actually think them out. But when I do stuff like that, I actually like write down something that will really make you think. So I did get, out of everyone who did the questions, and I had to take notes, like literally writing it down. They're like, where these questions come from? Like, those are deep. Where'd you get those from? So it's something that really makes you think. And a few people were hesitant with the questions, but who am I to judge? I can't judge. It's not my place to do that. So, but question number 4 says, when it comes to church, what are your views? First off, I want to say I'm not a know-it-all. I don't know it all. I'm only speaking off of past experiences and certain things that I know. And this is my opinion. So everybody, you know, has freedom to their own opinion. Mine is, when it comes to church, my views are strictly strict. Yes, I'm deeply rooted in my Bible. I am a Christian. I do believe in God. I do believe God is real. Yes, for some of you who may believe or think otherwise. But I think as far as going to church, people make their own decisions. And I mean, in the Bible, it was always, you know, a place to worship. You know, like in the sanctuary, that's where everyone went to pray, to worship, to praise, preaching everything in the synagogues or the sanctuary. But me, from past experiences from my own church family, to be honest with you, I feel like coming up, I lost everything because the majority of my friends were in church. They were from church. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean they were right on Christians, you know, like everybody has their own sides to them. But my thing was, because coming up as, you know, a little girl and then blooming into like a preteen, teenager, and then a young adult, things aren't the same. Nobody's nowhere really to be found. You know, you could always go to church and be like, hey, you know, so-and-so is here. Or, I'm not going to feel uncomfortable because so-and-so is here. But things change. People become judgmental, okay? not just to me or anyone else, but just to the whole surrounding period. And I think what I loved, and I still do love, like what I loved, it's not there the way that it should be, and that's what I'm working towards now. So I feel like that, I can't say that old me I'm searching for, because I grew up. I matured into a young, beautiful woman. And I can't necessarily search for the old me back. But that feeling that I had, that yearning, that burning, that desire that was there when I was younger, coming up, I think as I got older, things started slowing down and reality started becoming a real check for me. Like, just, smack me in the face, the forehead, whatever. And certain things I did not agree with. I'm not talking about Bible-wise or the teaching. I'm just talking about the church. So sometimes, and I'm speaking in general right now, sometimes the church will run you out of the church. And you have to go from there, I guess. Like you find another church home or something. Like, to me, it's a right to outgrow your home church and find another church. As long as you never forgot where you came from. Me, I would never forget. And I know they say never, but I'll never forget where I came from, But sometimes I really think that the people of the church can be very judgmental. And it's not just the congregation. To me, sometimes it can be the leaders. And I'm not going to lie to you. Like, that's how I feel. That's my opinion. You may think differently, but that's really how I feel. So, to make a long story short, your faith is best tested when you're not in church. Because then you really know yourself, like, whether you believed in God or, you just said you believed in God because all your friends were going to church and they said they believed in God. But I do want to confirm, yes, I do believe in God because I've been through many storms. And I did think at a point he was not there. I'm not going to lie to you. I really thought that. But that's because I wasn't trying to listen. I just kept talking and trying to do everything on my own. But when you surrender and you just totally submerge, just to go into full submission, don't have to do it. Things work out for the better. And in the end, I'm on top. So, booyah. I feel great. Yes, I believe in God. He's very real. Question 12. Do you really believe in God? Yes, I believe in God. Why? I asked a lot of people that question too, and they just kind of stumble as to why they believe in God. Okay, for number one, I do believe that God is real, and I do believe in God because of the Bible. Like, I guarantee you, and I mess with you not, no human brain is going to make something like this. You want to know why? Because we don't comprehend something like this. So, the unknown is known to the Creator. If that makes sense to you. But that's one reason why I believe in God. Another reason why I believe in God, because in my situations, or things that have happened to me, I've had a few dreams, I'm not going to lie to you, where, behold, boom, there he is. And I know I'm not crazy. I'm not a freak. I'm very different. I'm peculiar. I may be a chosen one. I do have a very bad temper or anger problem, but sometimes God does choose the people who have anger problems or the big mouth person, because then he knows the job will get done. But like I said, I'm not crazy, but there's a lot of reasons as to why I believe in God. But when the book is finished, you should read the book, and that will explain to you the reason why I believe in God and why, the tables are they're turning right now for the better. So not only am I growing up, I'm doing what I want to do. I'm going beyond the impossible to make something possible, or something that may not look possible to other people. My faith is real. My faith is not small as a mustard seed. My faith is actually huge. So, if I want something, I make it happen. Even if I don't have a way like right then and there, of course I pray, but faith is not just about praying and then believing that God is gonna like bring you a sandwich within the next 30 seconds. You gotta get up and work towards that. So the first step to that would be getting out of the bed to go upstairs to the kitchen to make a sandwich. But everything else is there though, the bread, the lunch meat or whatever, or peanut butter and jelly. That's like my favorite. But how important is forgiveness? Forgiveness is very important. And if you can't forgive, you hinder yourself from blessings that are actually in store for you. And this is why I think I'm receiving some of my blessings a little late, because out of all the things I've been through, I couldn't forgive. But you know what? I learned how to forgive. I learned how to let go of stuff and just let God handle it. Just to the point where I'm like, I don't even care no more. Like, the battle's not even mine. So, that's what it is. That's how it is. Question 24. Are you afraid of death? No, I'm not. The reason why I say this is because, first of all, the creator, the master, the king of all kings, okay? Majesty, magistrate, the advocate, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Elohim, for you who don't know, but God does hold the keys to death and life. And if he holds those keys and we are supposed to be resurrected again, why should I be afraid of death? And I think maybe this is why a lot of people are afraid of death, because you don't know what it feels like to die. You don't know the unknown. That's why you're scared. That's why we're all scared. But at a point in my life, yes, I was afraid of death. Like, to the point where it be on my mind heavy, and then I tried to do something to distract my mind, and it worked. But as I got older, it still kind of creep up on my mind, and I just oh, what the heck, not playing with it. But you just accept the fact that everyone is gonna die. It is what it is. You rise again in the end day, in the coming of Jesus Christ again, and whoever goes to heaven goes to heaven, and whoever goes to hell goes to hell. And heaven and heaven and hell are they're real places. So I really believe that. I wish to make it into heaven, but the sad news is not everybody's gonna make it into heaven. So that's how I'm trying my best to live right, because you never know when you're gonna drop. But anyway, 40, question number 40. What are you doing today to make a better you? I'm trying to change, and I'm trying to learn how to claim big things like with faith and then work towards it. So I'm changing for the better. I don't argue as much as I used to. I don't entertain drama as much as I used to. I grow up, and it feels good to grow up. And for those of you who have not grown up, you should really try it, because it feels really, really, really good just to grow up. Okay. Anyway, do you regret anything about how and or why you were brought into this world? Like I said, a lot of these questions, these really make you think, but these questions came from what I was thinking about. So maybe that's why they're so deep. And when I think, I do think deep. I don't think simple. I think deep. But I don't regret being born into this world. I'm actually thankful that I was born into this world. Not only just to explore and to journey and to learn new things, but I have another chance at life again. And yes, that's through death, just to get over to the other side. Everybody has to go through that. So I think, as a kid too, that I used to regret as a kid being born into this world, because death scared me, but it scares me no longer. My God has the key to life and death, like I said, so I'm not afraid. And yeah, 40 questions, scriptures, Bible, research and portfolio, and a computer. That's a day in the life of me, Kenyona Parlor. I probably bored you guys with the video, but I hope you enjoyed it, because my voice is kind of going dry and raspy. It kind of hurts. So I'm gonna sign out, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Okay, bye.